Hey everyone, welcome back. So today we are going to start our very first chapter of computer, and the name of this chapter is Welcome to Windows. This is your second term's first chapter. So let's get started. Operating system. We know that a computer is a machine. To operate a computer, we have to give it instructions. These instructions are called programs. So computer is a machine that we all know. So to work on a computer, we need to give some instructions on it. So these instructions are called programs in computer language. An operating system is one such program. Like that, operating system is also a program. It helps you give instructions to the computer and interact with it. Windows, Linux, and Apple iOS are names of different operating systems. Windows is a very popular operating system. So, a computer that runs on a means what? System. That system is known as operating system through which a computer runs. We give instructions and those instructions are followed by computer. That is called programs. So what are the different operating systems are? There are mainly Windows, Linux and Apple. So from these following terms, Windows is a very popular operating system. Windows was developed by Microsoft Corporation, a US software company. So it was discovered, means developed by which corporation? Microsoft Corporation. That is why when you open a computer, you will see that Windows have a specific title called Microsoft Windows, because it is where this window has been developed. And these are the surface, means interface, sorry, not surface, interface of Linux and Macintosh or Mac OS. In this book, we shall follow Windows 7. So, we are going to read about Windows 7 in this chapter, which is a very popular operating system. The Windows environment. The Windows operating system has a graphical user interface or GUI. This means that in Windows, we can use different programs simply by clicking on pictures called icons. It is very user-friendly software. Just because it is very comfortable to use or very easy to use, to be specific, that is why Windows are very popular in common people. And just like different programs, they have an icons of every particular functions. So these functions combinedly work in a system called Windows. Parts of the Windows operating system. What are the parts? Desktop. The desktop is the opening screen in Windows. Now follow this picture very carefully. The desktop is the opening screen in Windows. Like the top of an actual desk, the computer desktop is the working space on a computer. This is like a what? A page. When you are starting a computer, this interface will come at first. This is the first page of the operating system of Windows, and this page is called the desktop. And desktop has icons. See this arrowed version. This is the these are the icons. Here is the start button. This is the task bar, and this is the wallpaper. The picture on the desktop is called wallpaper. Whatever picture you want to save as your wallpaper, you already know what a wallpaper is. So you can save it on your computer screen or desktop. Small pictures on your desktop with labels on them are called icons. These are small folders with some names on it. See, these icons means these labels are called icons. These names, because I'm saying, see, the names are already given in a red marked, right? So just because this this means that in computer language, this labels or apps, what we used to say na, in smartphones, this folders are called applications, and in computer terms these folders are called icons. An icon represents a program sorted, not sorted, sorry. An icon represents a program stored in your computer. Each icon has a name. We can run these programs by double clicking these icons. So, these icons have a specific task to perform. So, by double clicking on it, you will see the interface of that particular program. The taskbar is located at the bottom of the desktop. Taskbar will be at your very down or that lower part of the desktop located. Yeah. On the extreme left side of the taskbar is the start button. Here is the start button. On the right hand side are icons for different programs. Here, this right hand side. These are the small icons that you can use for your work. The time and date are also shown here. You can move the taskbar to the side or top of the desktop. See, here is the start button, here is the time and date. Start button's icon looks like this. Okay? When you click on the start button, the start menu appears. The start menu shows a list of programs you can use. A closer look at some desktop icons. Windows has some important icons which can be seen on the desktop. Let's see what these are. First is computer. When you click on the computer icon, the computer window opens up. So we have so many icons on the desktop. So first we'll go with the computer icon. So after double clicking on that computer icon, this page will pop up. In this page, you will find CD and DVD drive, hard disks, pen drive. These are the small folders. You can see the icons representing the storage devices of your computer. The hard disk drive, the CD drive, and other attached devices. A computer may have one or more hard disks. They are usually named C drive or D drive. So C drive, D drive, or many more can be installed in it. This C drive, D drives are the storage portions of your computer. Recycle bin. When you delete a file, it goes to the recycle bin. When you're deleting something from your computer, it is not permanently deleting. It will be automatically go to the recycle bin. The recycle bin is like the dustbin of the computer. Internet Explorer. Internet Explorer is a program which lets you go on the internet. So by double clicking on the Internet Explorer icon, you will directly go to the internet and search for whatever you want, like social networking site. Network. The network icon is used to connect your computer to other computers. So if you want to connect your computer to other computers, you can use this network icon for it. Rearranging the icons on the desktop. Suppose you don't like the sequence of the computer icons, you want to change it by the names or size, you can do that also. Right click on an empty area of the desktop. Just open the first page of your desktop, means the front page, the interface, and right click at any empty area. a drop down menu appears. See this drop down menu. See the view, sort by, refresh. This is a drop down menu. It will appear on that very screen. Select sort by. A sub menu appears. When you are selecting sort by, this arrow sign is there, and it will again means it will show the sub menu of that particular drop down menu bar. Select name or size or item type or date modified from the menu. If you want to change the icons by name wise, you can type on name, means click on name, or if you want it at size wise, you can click on size, like vice versa. The icons will be rearranged on the desktop based on what you select. Next, files and folders. Files. In a computer, we store our work in the form of files. A file contains information, for example, text, images, or music. A music file plays music when clicked. When opened, a text file works like a page in a book. On your computer, files are represented by icons. We can recognize a type of file by its icon. So, files means where we can store our particular work. It can be text, it can be music, it can be videos, like that. Folders are used to keep files in an organized manner. Suppose you have 3 or 4 musics or 100 musics, you want to keep it in a particular folder. So select all the music and make a new folder and store it there. So when you are clicking on that particular music folder, you will get all of the music in a specific folder. You don't have to go here and there to find all the musics. So in that particular folder, all the musics will already be there. Subfolders. Folders can also store other folders. A folder within a folder is called a subfolder. Each subfolder can contain many files. Suppose that folder which you have created with all the musics, and now you want to redecorate it by the names of the singers. Okay, then you can make many more subfolders into that in that particular folder also by the singer's name. That this is a music folder, and by clicking it you will get some subfolders of the musicians, and clicking on that particular folder you will get the music of that particular singer. So this is how it works. Libraries folder. On the left hand side inside the computer window is the navigation panel. Here you can see the libraries folder. When you click on the libraries folder, you can see many subfolders. The main subfolders are music, documents, music, pictures and videos. This is the navigation panel in extreme left side. Menus and sub-menus. A restaurant menu shows us the food available there. Similarly, in Windows, a menu shows us a list of programs stored in the computer. These programs can be selected to do some work. When you click on the Start button, it shows a list of programs called a menu. Some of the menu items have an arrow next to them. When we point to the arrow, another list of programs appears. This is called a submenu. Like folder have subfolders, that menu also have submenus. When you click on the Start button, the menu list will pop up onto the screen, and beside that very menu list you will find arrow signs that will show you the sub menus of the menu. Parts of the computer menu, another, this is called a sub menu. Menu means a list of programs, sub menu within another menu. Yeah. Parts of a window. Whenever you open a program, file or folder, it appears on your screen in a box or frame called a window. That is how the Windows operating system gets its name. In the Windows operating system, a window shows the following parts. So what are the parts of the Windows? First is the title bar. shows the name of the documents and programs or the folder name if you are working on a folder. So this is the title bar. Means title bar means suppose we are reading a particular chapter. So at that very first page you will find this chapter's name. Same wise, when you're working on something, that particular folder's name will be visible on the top of the screen. That is called the title bar. Next is minimize, maximize and close buttons. It will be at your extreme, means on your extreme right hand side. See this one, this circled one. This is the cross one is the close button. This double folder is the maximize, and this sleeping line is the minimize button, where you can minimize that particular folder or you can maximize it or you can close it. Clicking this minimize button hides the window. Maximizing means clicking this button enlarges the window to fill the whole screen. Close means it completely closes the window. Ribbon shows icons and tabs for different tasks. Ribbon is this second para where you can see the tabs of for different tasks. Scroll bar lets you move up and down the window. This is the scroll bar. Means like our fingertips, with the help of our fingertips we scroll our computer smartphone screen from up to down. Similarly, computer also have a scroll button that will be situated at the very extreme right hand side. This one, it will help you to scroll your page up and downwards, upwards and downwards. Borders and corners, you can drag these with your mouse pointer to change the size of the window. Borders and corners, see this is the border and this is the corner. So borders and corners help you to customize your window screen into whatever size you want. If you want it to be small, you can make it small. If you want it to be large, you can make it large, or you can drag it from the left side to right hand side or from right hand side to left hand side. So these are the main parts of the windows. So go through this video as much as you can and then read the chapter, and if anything is making you confused, so just let me know, then I will clear it more precisely. Okay, this is a complex chapter, so be very careful while reading this. And yeah, then we will yeah, so with this we have completed this chapter and I will give you the exercises of it afterwards. So yeah, take care, see you.